Welcome everyone to Planet of NY Sports. Here we talk Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, and a little bit of the Knicks and Nets. So, before we get into this video today, can you all just do me a favor and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button? And this is a big episode for us because this is our 100th video. 100th video. And just to talk about real quick here, this is an MLB full season predictions video. But just real quick, let's just get out of the way. Our Saquon video. I want to thank all you Eagle fans, anybody else that may have saw the video. We're at 3.1K for that video. That is huge. That is huge for us. So I just want to say thank you. Keep viewing that video, keep liking it, and keep subscribing. So now getting into our MLB season predictions. The season has officially started because Manfred likes doing series out in other places while bringing the players back for more spring training games, which doesn't make sense, but that's Rob Manfred. Anyways, there's also the Shohei Ohtani news. I'm sure you've already seen it from other people. We won't talk about it here, but that whole situation is definitely a little I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on. We're not going to speculate though right now. So, Roger, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can start it.
Okay, all right. So I'll give my AL predictions, and then you can do your AL predictions. So I'm going to start off. I'm not going to start off with the AL East because obviously that's the Yankees division. I'll leave that. So we can start off with the AL Central. I have the Twins in number one because, well, the AL Central, as it stands right now, there's two young teams that I think could make some noise eventually, and they could make steps towards that. I don't think they're there yet, though. And then you got a team like the Chicago White Sox, who I think are going to finish in last. I'll give the exact order in a second. I'm just displaying all the teams here. And then you got the Guardians, who still got some decent pitching. You got J-Ram, but I don't think they have enough. That Central Division is, the other Central Division in the NL. We'll talk about that later. That's like a whole different story. But for my exact standings, I'm going to go with Twins, number one. Royals, number two. At 3, I have the Guardians, 4 Tigers, 5 White Sox. Now, this one was a tough one, the AL West. I was talking to Roderick about it. I think 3 teams from this division will make the playoffs. And then, you got one team at the bottom, of course, who I don't even know why they're still in baseball. But they're a train wreck. Their owner is a joke. They don't even know where they're going to play eventually. That's a whole nother topic. And then you got another team who just lost, the face of baseball. They still got one guy on the team who's just, who hasn't even won a playoff game yet. 3-time MVP. But for my exact standings here, this was definitely a tough one, but I'm going to go Rangers in first place. Mariners. I like the Mariners rotation. I'm going to put them in second. But I think the Astros either have the exact same record or maybe just by one game are in third place. And then obviously the Angels and the A's. Nobody cares about the A's. Now, moving on to the AL East. All right. Yes, I know you see the jersey back there, but the pitching rotation for the New York Yankees, okay, let's just get this out of the way. Rodon, this is a big year for you, buddy. You just gave up 5 runs yesterday in spring training. I know you've been very on and off. Last season was bad for you. Flipping off fans, doing whatever else. You were bad. This is a big year for you. You got a guy like Marcus Stroman in there now. Okay. Then what? You got Nestor. Nestor, after 2 times around the lineup for Nestor, teams start catching on easily. Then you got Clark Schmidt. He could be okay. But the rotation without Garrett Cole to start the season does worry me a tad bit. Not even a tad bit. It does worry me. It's just in general. So with that being said, I would not be shocked if the Yankees start off a tiny smidge slower than I expected. And I'm going to say that the Orioles end up in first place, the Yankees end up in second, Blue Jays in third. And then, so I was debating this one in my head because the Rays, you got Wander Franco. He wants to, I'm not even going to say what he wants to do. You got Tyler Glass now is not on the team anymore. McClanahan is not going to pitch this year. The Rays, I think this might be the year for the Rays' drop off, and I'm going to say the Rays are in fourth. They still have some decent players, and then I'm going to say the Red Sox. Red Sox, you guys, I don't know what you guys are doing. You don't spend any money at all in free agency anymore. I don't understand that, one. Two, you got some younger pitchers, but from what we've seen from those younger pitchers in recent years, they haven't been that great. Your bullpen, you got a good lineup or decent lineup. They can win you a good amount of games, but the pitching's not all there. And so for my AL MVP, I have Juan Soto. He's in a contract year. Yankee Stadium, short porch. I think he's going to go off. He's going to try to get that $600 million next offseason. So I think Juan Soto wins MVP. Now, moving on to the Cy Young. I'm going to take Corbin Burns. Roger probably has the same pick, but when you look at some of the best pitchers in the AL, I think this is kind of an easy pick. Garrett Cole is going to miss like the first 2 months probably of the season. There's other injuries to certain pitchers. Maybe. No, I'm not going to say the guy's name to piss off Roger. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I just feel like Corbin Burns is probably, if not, he's a top 3 pitcher in the AL right now. So I'm going to say, yeah, Corbin Burns. All right, Roger, what's your AL standings?
All right, for the AL, me and Russell are kind of similar in how we picked it. For the AL East, I had the Yankees winning it. We had the Yankees and the Orioles flip flopped. I had the Yankees 1, the Orioles 2, the Jays 3, and the Red Sox at 4. I am going to put them at 4 ahead of the Rays. I just think the Rays, they have no pitching. Like, their ace right now is Zach Eflin. I just don't think it's going to win you games. And the Red Sox have a lineup where they have some promise with guys like Devers and Yoshida. So I think they finish ahead of the Rays this year. In the AL Central, just like Russell, the same exact order. I have Twins 1, Orioles 2, Guardians 3, Tigers 4, and the White Sox at 5. I think the Royals are going to run this division for the next couple of years, as they have guys like Bobby Witt and other players coming up. I think the Twins do win it this last year, and I think that this is probably their last year in this window to try and really make a deeper run. We'll see what they do at the deadline. We'll see if they can stay healthy. Guys like Byron Buxton. See if they can stay healthy, maybe they can make some noise. In the AL West, similar to Russell again, I have the Rangers winning it. I don't think it's going to be relatively close. I think they're going to win well over 100 games. The Mariners and Astros, who I have at second and third respectively, I think they'll be about 90, no, low 90s, mid 90s win teams. And the A's and A's, they're just dysfunctional franchises right now that can't be taken seriously. So with that being said, the playoff structure would be Rangers 1, Yankees 2, Twins 3, Orioles 4, Mariners 5, and Astros 6. I'm not going to tell you who would win what series, but you can speculate. For the awards, I have Julio Rodriguez winning MVP with the runner-up being Juan Soto. I think that Julio Rodriguez is destined for a breakout year, and hopefully he gets put on the cover of MLB The Show 25. Hopefully. They've been messing it up for way too long now. To put him with the trident, just do it. Thank you. For Cy Young, I also have Corbin Burns with the runner-up being Luis Castillo. Not much to say. The AL isn't exactly flush with pitching right now, so that's after the AL.
All right. And also, at the end of the video, we'll give our World Series predictions. Obviously, those are probably going to be wrong yet again because nobody in their right mind had Rangers versus Diamondbacks at the start of the season last year. No, nobody. If you had that, then you need to go and buy some lottery tickets, okay? Now, going on to the NL. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to start off with the NL East because obviously we got the Mets. So let's go with the most boring one, and that's probably the most boring division in baseball. And I'm going to, maybe second most, but that's the NL Central. Okay, this one is, you got teams that have good lineups. Sometimes those guys underperform. You got younger teams that could make some noise, but they could also still be bad, like you already know. And then there's going to be one team that's definitely going to be really bad because at this point they only have Christian Yelich, and he's not even hitting for power as much anymore. It's more so average now. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Cardinals at 1. I think they have a bounce back year. I think last year was kind of like a fluke. They had a very rough year, but I think that offense, they got some pitchers now. They got Sonny Gray. I think they should be able to win the division. In second place, I have the Cubs. They re-signed Cody Bellinger. You also got some more young guys coming up. You got Steele in the rotate. Like, they should be okay. I think they'll be okay. Could they maybe sneak into the wild card? I don't know. I really don't know how that NL wild card is going to shape up this year. But I also have the Reds in third, Pirates in fourth, and then the Brewers in last. Now moving on to the NL West. Dodgers 1. I mean, this goes without saying. At this point, they have pitchers. They have it's pitchers galore there. They have so many options now. If one guy gets hurt, they can just plug in another guy right here. Dodgers 1. That goes without saying. Ohtani, I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, this one I was kind of tussling with. I'm going to say the Giants and the Padres end up with the exact same record. I'm going to say it. Or maybe the Giants win one more game over them. I like the Giants this year. I like the combo of Logan Webb and Blake Snell. I really like that combo. I think they did improve their offense some. I like the Giants this year, and I think that they're going to make the postseason. Now in third, I think the Padres will be in third. I think it will be like a little close. I can see that being flip-flopped, but I'm going to say the Padres end up in third. And then the last two teams, I'm going to say the Diamondbacks. I just think what they did last year, I just don't think they'll be able to repeat that. And then in last, the Colorado Rockies. I think that goes without saying. Now, the NL East. I think this one's pretty easy. You got Braves at 1, Phillies 2, and then I got the Mets at 3. And I think the Mets could make the postseason this year. JD Martinez now. If they can get Jordan Montgomery, I think they could get that last wild card spot. There's a lot of teams in the NL where I could see them getting in. I could see it. I'm not going to deny that. I can see the Mets getting into the postseason this year. It wouldn't shock me. And then I have the Marlins at 4, and then the Nationals, another team that's I got the Nationals at 5. And then so for my NL MVP, I'm going to say Mookie Betts because he's already started off the season very nicely, and he's playing shortstop. I think Mookie Betts will be the MVP this year. And then Cy Young might not be everyone's pick. I know some people are probably saying Spencer Strider because he gets those strikeouts, but no. I'm going with Logan Webb. As my Cy Young this year. I think he's going to get some run support, and I just think he's one of the better pitchers in the NL, and I think he's going to prove that. All right, go ahead, Roger.
All right, I'm going to start in the NL East. I have the Braves 1, Phillies 2, Mets 3, Marlins 5, Nationals 4. I know that's a hot take, but I'm high on the Nationals this year. I don't know why. I think that the people that are gonna come out of that system, they're gonna challenge the NL East in the next couple of years. I'm just saying it. Guys like Elijah Green, Dylan Cruz, James Wood. I'm just saying it. Watch out for the Nationals. NL Central. I had a tough time with this one because, like Russell said, there's a lot of teams that could take another step. There's a lot of teams that could play up to potential. I think it'll go Cardinals, Cubs, Reds, Pirates, and then the Brewers. The Brewers, the second pitcher is Colin Ray right now, or Rhea. He's terrible. Um, the Cardinals have a really good lineup. They also added a lot of pitching. The bullpen is it worries me a little bit, but I think they should be all right. The Cubs, if they can if they can continue what they did last year, goodness gracious, I think they should be able to finish second. But the Reds and Pirates, that I had at 3 and 4 respectively, it's so hard to predict those teams because yes, they could take the next step. Yes, O'Neal Cruz could come back and hit 40 bombs. Yes, Elliot Cruz could become a superstar and not only hit for like 3 weeks. It's possible. It is possible. I just don't know if I'm wrong enough. I want to say it. So the NL West, the next division, I will go with the Dodgers. I'm high on the Giants, and I think that they represent the NL in the World Series this year. I'm just go ahead and said that the Giants will represent the NL in the World Series. Boom. I said it. The Dodgers and the Braves, they suck. It's gonna go Dodgers, Giants, Padres, Diamondbacks, and the Rockies, which makes the order of the playoffs: Braves 1, Dodgers 2, Cardinals 3, Giants 4, Padres 5, and Philly 6. And just because I'm a Mets fan, I'll say it: if we sign Jordan Montgomery, we will finish sixth and we will win the World Series. Boom. MVP. MVP, Fernando Tatis. I think he stops with his wingworm addiction and puts together an MVP type season, something like 40 for 40, something like that. The runner-up being Austin Riley, who I hate, but he's a really good baseball player, and Bryce Harper. For Cy Young, I have Zach Gallen, kind of a boring pick as to some of the guys I could put up here, but I think he's the best pitcher in the NL right now, in the top 2 pitcher in baseball. Runners up would be Logan Webb and Blake Snell. Obviously, with that being said, that tells you how high I am in the Giants. That 1-2 punch of Snell and Webb is going to be disgusting. Along with a guy like Jordan Hicks, who throws 117, and Kyle Harris, who is a top prospect coming up in the Giants. I think they're going to be nasty. And that's my predictions for the NL. And just so we can put it together, kind of wrap this video. World Series predictions. I'll go Giants versus I'll say the Rangers make it back there. I think that once they get healthy in that lineup, they're gonna be able to compete with the Giants. And I'll go Giants in 6 to win the World Series this year. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll just give my playoff seeding off the bat. Okay. So in the AL, I said the Orioles are in first. So you got the Orioles, you got the Twins, and then I picked the Rangers to win the division. And then I think the 3 wildcard teams will be the Yankees, the Astros. Well, the Yankees, Mariners, and Astros. With that being said, I can go a certain way this year. I've never done this. I could very well say the Yankees make it to the World Series. I could say that. I can go another way, go with the boring, predictable Astros. They got Josh Hader. They're still the Astros. This is probably like the last, not the last dance for them, but this is probably like the 1 year where it's like really open for them. There's the Rangers. Then there's the Mariners, who I picked last year, and they didn't even get to the postseason. You know what? I may do something different this year, and I may take a page out of Roderick's book of being delusional. And you know what? I'm going to do it. Even though this could age poorly. This could age really poorly. I've never done this. So I'm okay. If this is wrong, whatever. I don't care. But I didn't do it last year. We didn't even make the postseason. So I'm saying the Yankees make the World Series, as much as that pains me to say. But, even though I have the jersey right there. But the Yankees are going to make the World Series against... I'm not going to go with the boring Yankees and Dodgers. No, I'm not doing that. But, okay, I have my pick. I think we're going to see a Yankees-Giants World Series. I'm high on the Giants too, just like Roderick, and I think the Giants will face the Dodgers at some point in the postseason. And I think they're going to go into LA, and I think they're going to beat them. I'm just going to get that out of the way. The Dodgers will choke. Shohei Ohtani he's not going to be good in the postseason. That's just my hot take and my prediction. I'm just saying it right now. Shohei's going to not stink, but I just think he's not going to come through that last game. I'm going to say the Giants, because of their pitching, win the World Series against the Yankees in 7. That's my pick. As much as that, this is something different. I've never picked my team to actually go far in a championship. But
what a concept.
Yeah, like this year, and I get it. I know, with Garrett Cole being out the first 2 months, but I could actually see it this year with Soto and being in that contract year. I could see it. I could see it. So now, with that being said, if you can all do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your prediction on how this season is going to go. Who's your MVP? Who's your Cy Young? Who's your World Series pick? Let me know in the comment section down below. We'll see you all in the next video.